Doesn't it piss you off when you're like talking and then you have a point and then the person you're talking to interrupts you? Well, in this video, we're gonna talk about basic social etiquette. Well, basic, that's not so common nowadays. All right, so I've listed down 32 of them. We'll go through each one of them. All right, first one. Don't call someone more than twice continuously. If they don't pick up their call, that means they have something more important. When you get a missed call already and you get another missed call from someone, it just means it's important, right? So basically, someone is already busy doing something else. And if they don't pick up, don't keep on calling them. It's just going to piss them off. Number two, when someone drops something on the floor by mistake, or drops food from the plate, or doesn't even know how to use a knife or a fork, please don't stare at them. Why? Because it's unintentional. If, for example, I drop my pen or spoon and fork while we're eating, don't stare at the person. It's not their choice that they did that. It's involuntary. It's an accident. And the same goes for people who are sneezing, coughing, or even someone who farts. Umutot. It's an involuntary action. People find it funny when someone farts or someone sneezes or coughs. You don't have to stare at them because it's involuntary. I mean, you didn't want to fart in that situation, right? So it's basic etiquette not to stare at them or find it funny. Try to avoid that. Number three, if you're going to the bathroom, the restroom, always skip the cubicle beside you that's occupied, right? For example, there's three. This is one, it's occupied. Don't go to the next one. Go to the other one. It makes it uneasy for the person in the occupied cubicle as well as yourself if you occupy the next one right beside you. Imagine if, you're doing number two and then someone's right next to you. Diba? It doesn't make you feel comfortable na may katabi ka. So it's just basically, if there's a space to do that, go to the next one. Number four, make sure to return money that you borrowed. Whether it be 1 peso or 100 pesos or how much is it, make sure to return it to the person. Especially, mas okay if you return it before they even ask for it. It shows that you have integrity and that you have character as well. Same goes for small things like, umbrellas, ball pens, lunch boxes, water jugs, cameras, etc. There's so many things that you can borrow from someone. Make sure you return them before they ask you back for those things. Number five, don't order the most expensive dishes on the menu if someone is treating you for lunch or dinner. If possible, ask them to choose for you. For example, you're in a restaurant and a friend treats you. If they order, for example, the most expensive dish on the menu is, let's say, 1,000 pesos. You don't order the most expensive. It's better if you ask them, sige, ikaw na bahala. Pwede mo sabihin na, like, if you're allergic to something, I'm just allergic to this and that. But don't choose. It's more ethical if you let them choose for you if they're treating you. Same goes if you're treating someone. Number six, don't ask awkward questions like, oh, so you're not married yet? Oh, single ka pa rin? Or, wala pa kayong anak? Or you don't have kids yet? Or wala pa kayong bahay? Wala pa kayong kotse? Right? For Pete's sake, it's not your problem. Right? It's not your problem that they don't have this or that they don't have that, right? If they don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it. It's rude, right? We always have that tita or tito na, oh, grabe, wala pa kayong anak, o hindi ka pa rin kasal, wala ka pa rin boyfriend, di ba? Parang, okay, it's none of your business, tita. Alright, number seven, always open the door for the next person behind you. So when you open the door, if there's someone next to you, it doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl or another sex, or if you're a guy or a girl, you don't grow small by treating someone well in public, right? So hold the door for them and then let them pass. It's basic etiquette. Number eight, if nag-taxi kayo, if you took a cab with a friend and that person pays for it, make sure the next time you guys ride the taxi again or public transportation that you pay for it in return. It doesn't matter if last time siya nagbayad 300, tas next time ikaw nagbayad ng 200, doesn't matter. It's just good etiquette that you have if you pay for it next time. Number nine, this one is very common. Respect different political opinions. No one gets a prize if you win an argument on being right with this color or that color whatsoever, or this president or this guy or this senator whatsoever. Nobody wins. And if you win, you don't get a prize. I mean, what's more important is how you respect the opinions of other people. They may not have the right opinion or the same opinion as yours, but what's important is that It's not who wins. It's who respects who even further. If you disagree with someone, even if you say, I politely disagree and stuff, most important thing is you respect other people's opinion. It's the same thing also even with sports. Like with basketball, if you say, you know, Jordan is the GOAT, and then other guy says LeBron is the GOAT or Kobe is the GOAT, whatsoever, it's their opinion, not yours, right? No one gets a prize for winning an argument. Number 10, if it's late at night, well, I don't know what's late at night for you, 10, 11, 12, you don't call people late at night if it's not urgent or like an emergency. Like if you're calling your staff or your friend, if you want to call them, maybe send them a text message first like, hey bro, can I call? Or can I call if you're still awake? If they don't respond, it means that it's late already, so don't call anyone late at night. I really avoid calling someone after 9 p.m. Instead, I'd rather send them a message instead. Number 11, this one is what I talked about earlier. Don't interrupt someone that is already talking. So, for example, if a friend of yours is talking to you and you have a point that you have in mind, nod first and agree with them or listen to them first and remember what you wanted to say and let them finish first. When they're done, that's when you say what you want to say. It's always so rude of someone when they say, like, when they're trying to put on their point and then you come in with your point. So they lose what they wanted to say or yung gist of their message that they wanted to say. So avoid interrupting people. It's really rude to do that.
Parang, what if kasi yung depends ng iba? Mawawala kasi yung thought sa akin, hindi kailangan sabihin ko.
So you have to remember it. Okay? It's called active listening. If you're listening, for example, if you're listening to someone talk and you have a point, keep it in mind. And then you say, in addition to that, or also, tsaka yung ganito, yung ganon. So you're adding into their point. Or if I may disagree, if you're disagreeing into what they're trying to say. So make sure to make them finish their point. I mean, it's not a debate, right? You're not in a debate, right? So let them finish talking. If you forgot your point, then so be it, right? What's important is you don't interrupt someone when they're talking, because it's really rude, regardless of what their status is in life. It doesn't matter. Someone's talking, you listen. When they're done talking, insert your points. Because people always want to say na, I'm right, oh no, you're wrong. Ganun agad eh. They're eager to give their answer, but so many people are so eager to give their thoughts already without even listening to the point of the other person first. Yun yung kulang eh. We talk more rather than listening more. Instead, we should be listening more and talking less. Di ba, we have like two kinds of friends. Like one who we always just listen to and they keep on talking, and you have a friend that you can talk and all they do is just listen. Di ba may ganun kayong klaseng friend? I have that kind of friend na when I talk, he or she always just listens and the other person just talks and I never interrupt at all because they just keep on talking and talking. That's it. This one is really important to me as well. Number 12, if you tease someone and they don't seem to enjoy it or they don't reciprocate the teasing that you give them, or pag sinabi, ay, ang ganito mo, ang ganyan-ganyan mo, tapos sila, they don't seem to enjoy the teasing that you do, stop it and never do it again. Right? Be conscious, because if you get hurt being said that and they don't stop, put yourself in their position as well. Yung feeling na when someone's teasing you and you're okay with it right now, pero deep inside, you wanna punch the guy for doing that to you, right? Be sensitive. I think that's an important lesson here. Number 13, say thank you when someone is helping you. Regardless if they picked up something from the floor, or they brought you something, or they made you coffee, whatsoever. Anything that someone did for you, say thank you. Thing is, common behavior of people is that, what I've observed is that wealthy people or rich people, they're very good at reciprocating what they receive. What does that mean? Magaling silang tumanggap. Like, whenever they receive something, they know that they can purchase it, but when someone gives to them, they know how to say thank you because they know how to appreciate. Wealthy people know how to appreciate the things that they receive. Poor people, on the other hand, would rather say, ay, ito lang, ay, sana dinagdagan mo pa, ay, sana dalawa, isa lang binigay mo. Diba? If you observe that, those are poor people mindset. I've observed that the richest people that I've met, that I've given gifts to, are the ones who are very thankful, even though they can afford it. Like I've sent someone cakes or a cigar, something for me that's expensive. For them, it costs nothing to buy that. But when they say thank you, they really mean it. Whereas someone that I give piece of help or food and say, don't even say thank you. And then say, kulang, ay, ang konti. Ay, ang konti na binigay mo. Diba? So, always say thank you to someone that gives something for you or does something for you, regardless if it's easy or difficult. Number 14. This is one thing I learned when I was still working in a business environment. Praise publicly, but criticize privately. Especially if it's just centered around one person. It means that, for example, when I was a manager in a call center, I never criticized anyone in a group directly. If I want to criticize them, I would talk to them personally instead of the entire group. If it means that criticizing the entire team, then I do that. But if I want to praise someone, I praise them publicly. I rarely praise someone privately because it doesn't make sense. If I praise one person like you want to be praised when your other friends are around, right? Number 15, if you're talking to someone and notice any of the following, they're trying to end the conversation. Again, this is something about being extra sensitive again. One example is that their eyes keep darting away, yung parang lumalayo yung tingin sa inyo. Number 2, they angle their body away from you already. Ibig sabihin, parang nagmamadali na sila, tas kinakausap mo pa rin. Alam mo yung parang, and they keep looking at their watch. Kaya if someone is looking at their watch, they keep looking at the watch, it means that they have something else to do. So you ask them, you have somewhere to go? If you are, then I'm sorry for taking your time. Ganun lang. Diba? They give you rapid one-word answers like, okay, yeah, sure, yeah, okay, no, okay. Ganun lang. If they give those kinds of responses, they're trying to end the conversation already. So, let them go. Number 16, there's almost never a reason to comment on someone's weight. You just say, you look fantastic. If they want to talk to you about them losing weight, they will. Especially with women. They're very sensitive when it comes to their weight. If you tell them, like, oh, you're gaining weight, or parang lumalaki ka ata, ganyan. It's very rude to do that. With women, they don't like the fact of being told about their weight. So, that's part 1 of basic social etiquette. That's all I have for you today. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel would be beautiful. So thank you so much. See you again in the next video. And I hope that you have an amazing day. Peace.